Hi, everybody. I'm pleased to introduce our next guest and our next talk. Please welcome Rainer Chen from VeloDB, one of our sponsors for OSACon. Thank you all for that.
Yeah,
And you are the Apache Doris PMC chair, and you've got 10 years of experience in distributed systems focusing on scalability and analytical databases. And you're here to give your talk from custom-facing to agent-facing, empowering real-time analytics with Apache Doris. Thank you so much for joining us. The floor is all yours.
Okay. So, let me get started. Hello, everyone. I'm very glad to be here today to share my thought on the real-time analytics in the AI era. So today's topic is from customer-facing to agent-facing, empowering the real-time analytics with Apache Doris. So in this session, I will walk you through three paradigms of real-time analytics and show how Apache Doris meet their requirements. Okay, so let's get started. Yes, okay, so first let me quick introduce myself. My name is Mingyu Chen, and I'm the PMC chair of Apache Doris and also the co-founder and the VP of engineering at VeloDB. Yes, and the VeloDB is a company built around the commercializing the Apache Doris. Yeah, of course, I realize that some of you might not be very familiar with Doris yet. So later I will give you a short introduction to help set the context. And as for myself, I've been working in the field of analytical database system for more than 10 years. So right now, my main focus is on the technologies that enable the real-time data analytics in the open lakehouse ecosystems. Okay, so let me start it with a quick introduction to the Apache Doris. So Doris is a high-performance analytical database with its own storage format and the computation engines. So it offers a wide variety of data ingestion methods, so make it very easy to bring the data from a mainstream source and run high-performance real-time analytics on top of it. So Doris is also compatible with the MySQL protocol and supports the standard ANSI SQL. So that makes it very user-friendly for anyone who is really familiar with SQL development, and it's also simple to use. So Apache Doris can also act as a unified query engine. So that means Doris can directly query external lake tables like the iceberg or its own internal format or even other data sources and run arbitrary join queries across them. So Apache Doris became the top-level project of Apache Software Foundation in the 2022. And since then, it has built a very active communities and user base. So we now have more than 700 contributions and over 40,000 stars on GitHub, and more than 5,000 enterprise users. So on the right side of this slide, you can see the broader Doris ecosystem. The Doris has been integrated or made compatible with almost all mainstream products in the big data ecosystem, such as the streaming platform, the data processing system, the catalogs, the visualization tools, and more. So it can also be deployed in a variety of environments. So whether it's bare metal, Kubernetes, or cloud platform. So users don't need to worry about the compatibilities with their existing infrastructure or about the complexity of introducing Doris into their stack. Okay, so Apache Doris is born for real-time analytics. So now let's dive right into the why real-time analytics matters. So simply put, so it's essential for business success now. And we see this driven by three main value areas. The first one is a superior customer experience. So this means delivering the hyper-personalized service based on what the user is doing right now. The second one is AI augmented analytics. So this powers our modern AI agent, recommendation engines, and all those automate workloads. The AI needs fast data. And the third one is instant decision making and faster response. So you need actionable conclusions from the latest data in seconds, not minutes or hours. So we categorize these needs into three paradigms: the internal-facing analytics, the customer-facing analytics, and the agent-facing analytics. So let's start with our first paradigms, the internal-facing analytics. So we are talking about the journey from the simple descriptive analytics, like what happened, to the prescriptive analytics, like what should we do. So internal of internal-facing analytics is all about the data we use inside the company, like monitoring the operations, the performance, and the decision-making. So this shift to prescriptive analysis places three huge demands on the query engine like Doris. The first one is the ad hoc query performance. So we have to efficiently support those complex like multi-table join queries, even on massive data set. The second one is immediately data refreshness and update. So this means the sub-second data ingestion and crucially the faster upsert capabilities to replace those old complex batch ETL processes. And third one is enabling the prescriptive scenarios. So the database has to natively support the complex logic that answers the questions like, what should we do? So let's see what are these core scenarios that Doris enabled here. So it started with the BI and the real-time dashboards. So where Doris delivers the high concurrency and low latency aggregation queries for the operation, sales, and finance. And there is the user behavior and the product analytics. So like analyzing the clicks, the funnels, and the retention, to helping the product team to optimize the feature. And also, like advertisement tag and the recommendations analytics is vital, aggregating exposure and the clicks, and providing the log analysis to enable the recommendations effectiveness. So we also handle the observabilities and the log analytics, so processing monitor metrics for quick troubleshooting. And in finance is fraud and risk analytics, so performing the real-time transaction analytics and detect suspicious activities. And finally, the data science and the feature aggregation, so providing the fast feature computations for the machine learning workflow and accelerating the model development. So Doris is already powering the internal analytics across many industrials. Like in finance service, we analyze the market data, the mitigate risk, and the monitoring transactions. And for e-commercial and the retails, so it's customer behavior analysis and managing inventory. And in food delivery and the size share, we check orders, the monitor delays, and power those internal dashboard. And for media and social media, and it's about checking user engagement and content trends. And we're also critical in the observabilities and cyber securities, analyzing the network traffic or use the machine learning to detect the threats. And in supply chain and logistic, we check the shipment and adjust the delivery routes in real time. So even in the healthcare and the telecommunications, so Doris is used for monitoring the patient data or optimizing the server qualities. And of course, to handling the IoT data from sensors and the location service. So why exactly does Doris excel here? So our architecture is specifically designed for those needs. First, we deliver the low latency and high throughput. So we are talking the second level ingestion, the real time update, and the instant insights. So this is powered by our LSM3 engines, the logless conflict design, and the unique key upsert capabilities. The second one is performance is scalable and elastic for massive data. And third one is we ensure the workload isolation, like using the computer resource and the workload group, so critical jobs don't interfere with each other's. And the first one is we are optimized for complex analytics like efficient joins and multi-table analytics. So key features here are the cost-based optimizers, like partition and bucket pruning, and especially our runtime filter technologies. And finally, we support rich analytics with diverse type of complex data type like the map, the array, the variant type for JSON, and the bitmap. So plus the complex function like the funnel analysis. So let's look at the three powerful use cases proving this out. The one is BYD. It's a leading electric car manufacturer in China, and uses Doris for the cell performance traceabilities. So this involves the complex joins up to 10 tables. So with the large fact tables reaching 10 billion rows. So by leveraging inverted index and other optimizations, so it accelerated their query performance by more than 10 times. And the second one is STO Express. It's a large logistic companies. And also saw the massive improvements. So compared to their old OLAP solutions, so query performance improved 5 to 10 times, then the concurrency doubled. And they cut their analysis time down to 10 minutes, down from 10 minutes to under 1 minute for the 90% of queries. So all while using just 1/3 of the original resources. And finally is Xiaomi. It's a leading cell phone company, and it uses the Apache Doris as its core platform across a dozen of their business units, including the advertising and finance. Their largest single clusters scale to the 100 nodes with the petabytes of data. So this is the first paradigm, the internal facing analytics. So now we move to our second paradigm, the customer facing analytics. So this is all about unlocking business growth with real-time data. So customer-facing analytics is designed as those insights shared directly with customers. So things like the dashboard, the reports, or visualizations they use to understand their own data or usage. So customer-facing analytics drives the values in three primary ways. So the first one is elevated customer experience and loyalty. So you build customer trust by delivering a transparent, sought real-time data, so enabling powerful self-service capabilities. The second one is driving a revenue growth. So this comes from things like upselling based on the usage pattern, like cross-selling complementary products, and increasing the overall product stickiness and customer lifetime value. And third one is build trust and transparency. So this is achieved by providing the immediate ROI reports and accurate real-time usage and the billing date, so which establishes a strong partnership. So, but customer-facing analytics has a tough challenge in action. Like for SaaS platform company, the challenge is massive. So handling tens of thousands of concurrent user refreshing dashboard, all while maintaining the second level freshness. And in e-commercial or the app tech, the merchants needs to view real-time GMV and complex the user segmentation. The challenge is combining immediately update on transactional data with multi-dimension queries on those massive behavior logs. And finally is IoT or fintech. So this customers view things like a real-time account balance and device status. So this requires the petabyte scale data storage, extremely high availability, and sub-second latency guaranteed. So Doris is designed to enable real-time analytics that turns static customer data into dynamic, interactive insight. So here are its key strengths for the customer-facing analytics. The first one is the low data latency. So we achieve the second level ingestion and real-time update using the LSM3 engines, the logless conflict, and the unique key assert. And the second one is the massive high concurrency. So we can achieve the sub-second query performance and handle tens of thousands of QPS. So this powered by our MPB architecture, the fastest vectorized query engine, the cost-based optimizer, and the materialized view. And third one is the acceleration. So we use all the tricks in the box, like partition and bucket pruning, the runtime filter, the inverted index, and the multi-level caching to accelerate your query speed. So let's view the customer-facing analytic use cases. So the first one is Baidu. It's the largest Chinese search engine company. So Doris originated in their advertising reporting business. so supporting dashboard that handles tens of thousands of QPS, achieving a sub-second query latency even with a huge volume of data and a very efficient join. And the second one is Jingdong, is another leading e-commerce company. So replace the Flink window computing with the Doris in their search box. So they proceed 10 billion rows daily, so hitting 10,000 QPS with a minimal query latency of 150 milliseconds. Okay, so finally, we move to our third and the final diagram, the agent-facing analytics. So which focus on the agent memory and the observabilities. The smart agent need robust memory. So Doris supports the underlying data for these memory types. The first one is the procedural memory. So this endorses how agent acts, like implicit knowledge in the large language model weights. The second one is the semantic memory. So this is the structured knowledge about the word, supporting the reasoning and learning. The third one is the episodic memory. So this stores the agent's past experience and the decision histories, which it can retrieve for future reasoning. And the last one is working memory. So this maintains the active, immediately available information needed for the current decision cycle. So how does Doris power this agent memory? So we achieve it through enhanced data capabilities. The first one is the multi-model support. So we provide a unified access to structured data, structured tables, the semi-structured JSON data, and the unstructured data like the text, the image, and audio in the embedding vector. And the second one is the hybrid search. So Doris combined the vector search, the keyword search via the inverted index, and the semantic retrieval for the better result. And the third one is the AI function. So the Doris embedded the AI processing right into the database. So supporting like embedding the similarity and the model interface. So including the specific large language model functions, and we also retain our core strength, the low data latency, and being optimized for the complex analysis, like I said before, the cost-based optimizers, the runtime filter, etc. So Doris is also excel at agent observabilities. So first is the cost efficiency, cost effectiveness. So we are 10 times more cost effective compared to the Elasticsearch. And crucially, we cut storage volume by up to 80% while keeping the inverted index, so leading to a 5 times the ingestion rate and 2 times the full text search performance. And the second one is the seamless integration with the ecosystem. So we support the traditional ELK tools, the OpenTelemetry and Grafana, and the modern the AI observability tools like the Longfuse and the Open Elementary. And the third one is efficient and flexible JSON data. So handling using the like a variety data type. It is especially designed for the JSON data type, and it allows user to extract the JSON field as the subcolumn without ETL. And this give us a 10-to-1 compression ratio and 8 times analytical performance. So always let's look at the agent product use cases. The first one is Minimax. It's a leading large language model company. So move their large language model business logging system from an unstable logging setup to Apache Doris. So they now manage massive log with over 99% availabilities and achieve sub-second query latency on the 100 million logs. And the second one is Tencent Music Entertainment. So it uses Doris as a unified OLAP engine to replace the ClickHouse and Elasticsearch, and combining it with the large language model to provide users with the personalized, real-time, and flexible, intelligent data server platform. And the third one is ByteDance. It's a company behind the TikTok. So develop a vector search features based on Doris, and it also contributes back to the open source community. And it have built a petabyte scale vector storage and the hybrid search service, providing the RAG capabilities for the numerous business lines. Okay, so to wrap up, so Apache Doris is defining the future of real-time analytics through at least three paradigms: the internal-facing analytics, the customer-facing analytics, and the agent-facing analytics. So we believe Doris is the ideal platform for building your next-generation real-time data infrastructure. Okay, so before I finish my session, I warmly welcome everyone to explore and get involved. And Doris is a very active Apache project with vibrant communities, and the list of plenty of use cases, learning resources, and contribution guidance available. You can also find the multiple channels to connect with the community and get support to share your ideas. And also the ValueDB is, yes, my company. It's a commercial company built around Apache Doris, and we provide the managed cloud offering as well as the enterprise version of Doris. And we deliver the out-of-box Doris service while also aiming to drive the community innovation and create the business value. Okay, so that's all my today's talk, and thank you all for your time and your attention.
All right, thank you very much. That was a fantastic talk, and there's a lot of sentiment in the channel that you guys are doing great stuff with the Apache Doris project, and it's moving at a pretty amazing clip. In fact, that's one of the questions that I wanted to ask is about the Apache Doris 4.0 release. There's some SQL-based AI functions that are built in around sentiment and categorizing things across rows and all sorts of different new tricks that it can do. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the interesting use cases or features there that you're excited about?
Okay, so you mean the LLM functions in our latest release?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's the new features that just in our latest release, the Doris 4.0. Yes, and we use that LLM functions, so the users can just ask the database about what kind of data stored in our database, and you can summarize some columns to us and use the user-defined the LLM models. Large language models to summarize the database set, or to know what's inside the data or what's behind the data. So I think that is very interesting features in our latest version, so that a user can not only just write SQL, but just can ask the database to know the answers. Yes.
Yeah, it seems very cool that you can actually translate things, get sentiment, all kinds of different analysis on the data. I can imagine about 1 million use cases for that myself, so I'll be digging in there.
Okay, thank you.
Unless anyone has any other questions, I think we're pretty good. I wanted to thank you again for this talk. It's fantastic. And if anybody else wants to follow up with additional questions, you can reach out on AirMeet or follow up on their Slack. And thank you very much for joining us today. It's been fantastic.
Okay. Thank you.